Imagine if I told you that right now, beneath one of America's most beloved national parks, a colossal force is stirring, quietly, invisibly, but with enough power to reshape the continent. Yellowstone National Park isn't just home to geysers, bison, and stunning landscapes. It's sitting atop a supervolcano that's been brewing for millions of years. And today, thanks to cutting-edge science, we're uncovering unseen seismic signatures that reveal what's really going on down there. Clues that could tell us if this sleeping giant is about to wake up. Let me take you on a journey under Yellowstone, like we're two friends hiking through the park, but instead of trails, we're exploring the hidden world below. First off, what makes Yellowstone so special and a bit scary? It's not your typical volcano with a cone shape like Mount St. Helens. Yellowstone is a supervolcano, meaning its eruptions can be thousands of times more powerful than a regular one. Picture this. The last super eruption here happened about 640,000 years ago, blasting out enough ash to cover the entire United States in a layer several inches thick. That ash would have blocked the sun, caused global cooling, and disrupted life for years. But don't worry, we're not there yet. Today, Yellowstone is alive with activity, but it's more like a simmering pot than a boiling explosion. So how do we know what's happening beneath the surface? That's where seismic signatures come in. These are basically the Earth's whispers, vibrations and rumbles picked up by sensitive instruments called seismometers. Think of them as the park's underground stethoscope, listening to the heartbeat of the volcano. Scientists from the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory, or YVO, have dotted the landscape with these devices, along with GPS stations, to measure ground swelling and gas sensors to sniff out volcanic fumes. These tools catch everything from tiny earthquakes that you wouldn't even feel to subtle shifts in the ground that hint at magma moving around. Right now, in 2025, the latest updates from the YVO show that Yellowstone is humming along at what they call background levels. For instance, in July of this year, there were about 52 earthquakes detected, with the biggest one clocking in at a magnitude 2.8. That's like a gentle nudge, not a shove. Most quakes here are small, between magnitude 0 and 3, and they happen because the Earth's crust is stretching and cracking under the pressure from all that heat below. Yellowstone sees anywhere from 700 to 3,000 earthquakes a year, but the vast majority are too weak for humans to notice. It's like the park is constantly adjusting its posture, releasing a little tension here and there. But here's where it gets fascinating. Not all seismic activity is straightforward earthquakes. There are these things called earthquake swarms, which are bursts of many small quakes in a short time, often signaling fluid or magma movement. Back in 2008-2009, Yellowstone had one of its biggest swarms ever, with over 3,000 quakes in just a few weeks. No eruption followed, but it kept scientists on their toes. And recently, using machine learning, AI is getting in on the action, researchers from Western University analyzed 15 years of data and uncovered a whopping 86,000 hidden earthquakes that traditional methods missed. That's 10 times more than we thought. These tiny, unseen tremors paint a clearer picture of the restless ground, like finding extra puzzle pieces that complete the image of Yellowstone's inner workings. Now, let's dive deeper, literally. What lies beneath Yellowstone? At the heart of it all is a massive magma chamber, or actually, a system of them. Seismic waves help us map this out. They travel through the earth and slow down or bend when they hit molten rock, kind of like how light refracts in water. Recent studies using advanced imaging techniques have shown that there's not just one big blob of magma, but multiple reservoirs. One key discovery from early 2025 is that the magma seems to be shifting northeastward, toward the edges of the caldera, the giant crater left by past eruptions. This caldera is huge, about 30 by 45 miles across, bigger than some cities. Picture the magma like a giant underground lake of super-hot gooey rock, heated by the Earth's core. The upper reservoir is mostly mush, a mix of crystals and melt that's too thick to erupt easily. But deeper down, around 25 miles below, there's hotter, more fluid basalt magma feeding the system. A fun fact, the heat from this magma powers Yellowstone's famous geysers like Old Faithful, which shoots water up to 180 feet high every 90 minutes or so. That water gets superheated in underground plumbing systems, building pressure until, boom, it erupts. It's nature's own pressure cooker, and without it, the park wouldn't have those colorful hot springs or bubbling mud pots that draw millions of visitors each year. Speaking of eruptions, there's exciting new research about a magma cap discovered in April 2025. Scientists using electromagnetic surveys, sending signals into the ground to see how they bounce back, found this lid-like layer of partially molten rock about 2.4 miles down. This cap acts like a seal, trapping heat and gases below and potentially preventing a big blowout. It's a natural safety valve. Without it, pressure might build faster, leading to more explosive activity. But with it, Yellowstone stays stable. Compare this to Hawaii's Kilauea, where magma flows more freely and erupts as lava rivers. Yellowstone's setup is different. Its rhyolitic magma is stickier, like thick honey versus runny syrup, which makes eruptions rarer but more violent when they happen. Of course, Yellowstone isn't totally quiet. Remember the Biscuit Basin hydrothermal explosion in July 2024? It sent rocks and steam flying, closing parts of the park temporarily. That wasn't a volcanic eruption. It was superheated water flashing to steam underground, like a tea kettle exploding. Events like that remind us the system is active, and in 2025, geyser activity has been a bit unpredictable. Steamboat Geyser, the world's tallest, has only erupted twice so far this year, down from its hyperactive phase, starting in 2018. These changes are seismic signatures, too, hinting at shifts in the underground water flow. As we build this picture, you might wonder, is Yellowstone going to erupt soon? The short answer is no, at least not in our lifetimes. The YVO monitors everything 24/7, and right now all signs point to normal. Ground deformation, where the caldera rises or falls like a breathing chest, is steady. Gas emissions are consistent, mostly carbon dioxide and helium from deep magma. If things ramped up, say a big earthquake swarm, rapid ground swelling, or unusual gas spikes, we'd get warnings weeks or months in advance. It's like having a smoke detector for the volcano. But let's think bigger. Yellowstone's past eruptions shaped the landscape we love today. The Lava Creek eruption 640,000 years ago created the caldera and spread ash as far as the Gulf of Mexico. Fossils show how life bounced back, with forests regrowing and animals adapting. Today, that same energy supports a thriving ecosystem, from elk grazing on volcanic soils to bacteria thriving in hot springs that could teach us about life on other planets. Fun fact, Yellowstone's extremophiles, inhabitants of extreme environments, have inspired biotech breakthroughs, like enzymes used in PCR tests for COVID-19. Still, the unseen seismic signatures keep us curious. A January 2025 study suggested future eruptions might focus in the northeast part of the park, where magma is pooling. That doesn't mean tomorrow, but hundreds of thousands of years from now. It's a reminder that Earth is dynamic, always changing. We've even used vibrator trucks, big rigs that shake the ground, to map the subsurface, confirming the volcano's peace for now. Wrapping this up, Yellowstone isn't just a park. It's a window into our planet's fiery heart. Those unseen seismic signatures, the quakes, the shifts, the hidden rumbles, tell a story of power and balance. They show us that while nature can be unpredictable, science gives us the tools to understand and prepare. So next time you're watching Old Faithful or hiking the trails, remember the giant beneath your feet. It's a force that shaped our world and could do so again. Stay curious, my friend. The Earth's secrets are endless, and who knows what we'll uncover next.